Hey everyone, in our previous video we have seen the sample project. We have created a sample project and we have added some logic there, and we have seen the value, the balanced data which is not updating on the labels. Why? Because our widgets are stateless widgets. So in this we will see what are meant by a stateful widgets. So we have spoken in our initial tutorial saying like we have two different kinds of widgets, which is stateless widgets and the stateful widgets. The stateless widgets are the widgets those values are fixed, means you cannot change anything dynamically. Stateful widgets are the widgets that you can change your values dynamically, means you can set those values dynamically. Here you can see every value is a static value. You cannot add any value dynamically. If you have some resultant in the middle of the application, when you do some calculation and you got an updated value, that updated value you cannot add here because it's a stateless widgets. To convert to add those dynamic values into your application, you have to convert your stateless widgets to a stateful widgets. So in the stateful widgets you can update your widgets, otherwise you can update your data and you can show the updated data using the stateful widgets. To do the stateful widgets, so we actually go down, and so in the same manner we can see when you type stf, so we have here stateful widgets and stateless widgets. So now we need a stateful widget. So the stateful widget is expecting a name here, so we can write something called some home scale. But instead of doing like this, the Flutter provides a very flexible way. Like, go to your stateless widget, select your stateless widget, on the left balloon click the left balloon, and it will give you an option to convert a stateful widgets. So without doing anything, this ready-made available function automatically creates your stateless widgets to stateful widgets. So why we are converting the stateless widgets to stateful widgets? Why? Because to update our value dynamically, means to set up the state, we need to set up the state. Here we want to update this value, right? We want to update this value in our text widgets. To do that, so here the stateless widget will not give option to set the state, so we cannot do anything like this. To do this, we have to convert the stateless widgets to stateful widgets. To do that, you have to click this one. Now you have converted your stateless widgets to stateful widgets. Now you will have an option to automatically update your value by creating a set state. So in this set state, you have to pass your updated value. So now you can see it, right? So now if I write something, the same thing, 30,000, 10,000, 3,000 and 2,000, see, the balance is updated and the resultant is 15,000. If you change anything here and you click, so the value is getting updated here. This is how stateful widgets and difference between a stateful and a stateless widgets. So we'll write somewhat in a better way. So instead of showing like this, balance, I'll write something called balance here. So now you can see it is showing as a 14,000 here. So let me increment the size, the font size here. To do that, we have something called style. Text style. Inside text style, sorry. Font size as some 25. So when you do this, you can see now the balance is incremented, the balance font size is incremented here. So this is what stateless widgets. So this is what the stateless widgets, as you have seen, right, using a set state property, using a set state function that automatically updates your widget. So this will set this entire widget and it will rebuild your widget when the value, it will rebuild your widget dynamically and will set your data. This is how we have seen the working of a stateful widgets.